Hey guys, in this video, I want to run through the power of conversion rate optimization, especially on your Shopify store. A lot of brands are very familiar with running paid ads and marketing to their websites, but they're not so familiar with optimizing the website itself. And so a common question that comes up is, how will CRO really help my business? Is it really going to do much for me? Is it as important as all this other stuff that I'm doing? And those are all very valid questions. Here's an internal presentation that I put together just for our team, just for new members coming on. This is one of the things that I run them through. And I'd like to run you guys through a portion of it as well, because I think that it is super important. So first of all, what is conversion rates, or what are conversion rates? In a nutshell, conversion rates are essentially the percentage of traffic that actually makes a purchase. And here's how you calculate it from a mathematical point of view. Now, that means that if you make 10 sales and 100 people visit your website, that means you have a 10% conversion rate, because 10% of everyone that visited your website made a purchase. Similarly, if you have one sale with 100 visitors, that means you have a 1% conversion rate, because out of the 100 people that visited your website, only one made a purchase. Now, conversion rates are really important because most e-commerce brands spend most of their revenue on advertising. It's usually the biggest expense in an e-com company is running paid ads and different forms of paid marketing. Higher conversion rates make your ad spend more efficient. So you get more out of every pound or every dollar you spend on marketing. That produces higher profit margins, which also gives you a larger potential marketing budget. Because let's say, for example, you spend $1,000 on paid ads and you get $1,000 of profit out of that. Well, if now all of a sudden you spend $1,000 on paid ads and you get $2,000 worth of profit, well, you can still live off of that $1,000 that you're used to living off of, but now you can pump $2,000 into paid ads and you can double the size of your business. Now, let's run through a few examples here. If the marketing spend it takes to make one sale is £10, then that means that your CAC, or your customer acquisition cost, is £10. So if we have CAC of £10, so it costs us £10 to make one sale, and our fulfillment costs £10, which is manufacturing the product and shipping it to the client. And let's say that our average order value is £30. So on average, when someone buys from us, they spend £30. And let's say on average, they purchase one product as well. That means that it costs us £10 worth of advertising to get one person to buy a £30 product, which then costs us an additional £10 to manufacture and post, which means that our profit per sale is £10. Now, let's say conversion rates are 1% in this scenario. So if CAC is £10, cost to acquire a customer is £10, and our conversion rates are 1%, that means that it takes 100 page visits to get us £10 of profit. So that means 100 people visit the website, our conversion rates are 1%, so one of those people make a purchase. The purchase they make is worth £30, but we have to spend £20 for marketing and fulfillment, which leaves us with that £10 profit. Now, that means that each visitor or each click, unique click on the actual web page is costs us 10p, which means that our cost per click is 10 pennies. So every time someone clicks on that link and goes to visit our website, we're basically charged 10p by Meta or Google or whoever you're advertising with. Now, if we can double our conversion rates from that 1% to 2%, then for every 100 clicks, we start to make two sales. So before, we had 100 clicks to make one sale, whereas now if we can double our conversion rates, we can now make two sales with the same amount of traffic. So for the same £10 of marketing spend, we can now generate £60 in sales. So we went from generating £30 in sales to 60 without spending more money on paid ads. CAC now reduces to £5 because we spent £10 to get one customer before, but now we spend £10 to get two customers, which means that we're spending half the amount per customer. So our cost to acquire a client reduces. Now, in this scenario, our profit goes up to £30 because we have £60 order value minus £10, which is our CAC times 2, minus £20 because our fulfillment now is for two different purchases, so it's gone from £10 to £20, produces £30 of profit. For the same £10 of ad spend, we are now profiting £30 instead of £10. So we have tripled our profit without increasing marketing spend. That means that, let's say, for example, with a very similar scenario, if you guys were generating $10,000 worth of profit per month, by doubling your conversion rates, you can now generate $30,000 worth of profit in the same time frame, which is massive because imagine your business is now 3 times the size just by making your website better. Let's take the same example, but adjust our fulfillment cost a little bit, make it a little bit more realistic, a little bit more tight. So let's say fulfillment is £20 instead of 10. At a CVR, at conversion rate of 1%, CAC plus fulfillment equals 30, average order value equals 30, and our profit equals 0. So in this scenario, this business is not making any money. And any small fluctuations in ad spend, ad performance, excuse me, will put you into the red. If, let's say, for example, your CAC goes up to £11 one day, well, now you're losing money on every purchase. So this company isn't profitable. They currently break even. And as I said, small fluctuations will put them in the red. Now, if we double our conversion rates to 2%, CAC plus fulfillment times 2 now equals 50, and our average order value equals 60, which means that our profit is now £10. So this company has gone from being break even, borderline having a loss, to now turning a profit without having to invest any additional money in paid ads. That's the power of conversion rate optimization. You can take a business that is literally not making any money at all, and by simply improving your website, not your product, not your marketing, nothing else, just making your website better, you can become a profitable business that is now scalable. So this was a pretty short video, but just wanted to run through some of the basics of conversion optimization, why it is important, and what type of impact it can have on your business as well. I have some links in the description if you guys need any help on your Shopify store, but otherwise I wish you all the best and hopefully see you in the next video.